What's up, everybody? Spare with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Space Engineers. When we left off last episode, we finished off the refinery and got the storage unit kind of set up over, over in the other section of the space station. And what I did while in between episodes here is I collected enough stuff to do a couple of things. First off, I collected enough of the bulletproof glass to actually finish this off, so that it's technically done. Because right now it's just kind of bugging me that it's not actually done.
Ship fuel critical.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is take all the bulletproof glass and a couple of steel plates, and let's see, let's find a spot where we can put our arc furnace. So I wanted to place an arc furnace and an assembler and get them kind of done today. Now, there is another option here. We had this coming down for what I think we were going to use as the arc furnace. And then this was going to be the assembler. But there's not a whole lot of reasoning to do it that way. Considering how little space both of these take up. I mean, this is the arc furnace and this is the assembler. So even if we laid them down, they still just don't take up that much room. So we need to keep this clear, this line at least, to make it a walkway, so we can kind of feel like we can go to the refinery. So what I want to do is either put them both on this side, or put both on this side and make, you know, all this the machinery side kind of thing. Which is totally doable. We just have to figure out what the best way to do that is, and it may involve tearing this junction out and putting a different one that maybe has one coming down this way, or something to that effect. Actually, we could... This is just going to be me and my kind of like attention to detail, I guess, but where does it say assembler? Is this actually supposed to be... So this is actually supposed to be a vertical block, it looks like. Because all of the ports... Okay, it's either... Yeah, okay. So, like, it's pretty much supposed to be... this way, then. Is the assembler. So if we put the assembler... Actually, no, this is another... This is the other detail side of me. I want the arc furnace closer to the refinery. Now, the only problem here is this doesn't have a vertical port. Wait a minute, or which way was that? That's on the back. So front and back is the only ports on this one. Okay, that could be a problem for me to do it this way, because the assembler at least has a port on the top you can tie into. This one, however, does not. Oh, okay. So I know what we can do then. We can put this one here. Wait. That was confusing. We can put this one here, and then we'll run a pipe down like this and then just tie into the front, maybe? It still looks odd, though. I just don't like how this is playing out as far as these blocks aren't like the refinery. They're not really big enough to have their own little section. So it's just being kind of strange as to how this is going to work. Alright, so we got this one, and this one on the port. What I suppose what we could do is widen this platform and simply place them here. It's not as interesting looking. Oh gosh. Stand vertical. It's not quite as interesting, but I mean, you could have like, I flew too far away. We could put one here and put, like, widen this platform out, put the assembler right here. Actually, yeah, I think that's what we'll end up doing. Well, I don't know. I don't like things that clustered together, though. So let's not do that. It'll take more resources to do it down here, because then we'll have to run piping, which we wouldn't have to do if we put it over there. But I don't want it that close together. I kind of wanted everything to have its own little space. Oh, okay. Here's symmetry for you. This'll work. I didn't realize that. Okay. So, what we can do is back this up. And put, do I still have the conveyors? I do, okay. Like this. That should tie into that. And now this one we'll put one of these. Just go up. Oops. Okay, then we are going to change this junction here. First off, let me put everything I needed. That. Okay, that'll work. Oh yeah, I need to do this. Let's put all the bulletproof glass in. So essentially, I don't know if everyone understood what I'm doing here. But what I did was I realized that the assembler and the arc furnace are basically equally spaced between the sides of the two storage units, or storage crates. And because of that, I can put one on each side, and for symmetry's sake, where the stairway is, it's actually centered, and we've got the arc furnace and the assembler. So that's why I was like, oh yeah, I can do this. Okay. Okay, so let's get rid of you. And what I need now is in the conveyor cargo block mod. Let's find a tube. I don't really want to have any open ports. Here we go. This looks like what I'm looking for. Perfect. Okay. So we'll go ahead and do that, and then we can put. Oh, I need one more steel plate. All right. Steel plate. Let's just grab a couple. There we go. Now, to be quite honest, I don't know how I ended up with so much more bulletproof glass. I guess it was for this too. I was just figuring, like, let's just make what we can make. But whatever. I'm just gonna go ahead and put these glass pieces in here, and we can do the rest later. Now, I do already have laid out, thankfully. Wait a minute, what the? Oh, okay. I do happen to already have laid out the materials for the arc furnace and the assembler, which is good. So you need 5 computers, 4 motors, 2 large steel tubes, 5 construction components, and 120 steel plates for the arc furnace, and the assembler is 80 computers, 4 display, 8 motors, 12 small steel tubes, 40 construction components, and 150 steel plates. And when you put it together, you get all this. So, with that in mind, let's use our... I have to admit, this little ship works pretty well. This one's doing a pretty good job, especially with mobility. It flies around really, really well. What I'm not sure about is, frankly, why it's welding this. Is it putting the steel plates in? Oh crap, it used motors. That's not gonna work for me. Okay, I don't care about the steel, I've got plenty of that, but I need those motors. Okay. Oh, and side note, do not fly in front of the welder. It will hurt you. And what happened here? I think, yeah, it did put some construction components in there. I think the next step, after we get the conveyor system in place, is more than likely going to be... how are you doing over here? It's more than likely going to be gravity. I'm going to try and work with the gravity a bit more in the future. Okay. Let's back this up. I mean, we do have actually, you know what? And I'm pretty sure motors is the biggest thing. Motors and maybe a little bit more bulletproof glass. Because... oh, that one needs small tubes. I don't think I brought any extra. I say that because... yeah, I didn't... this one needs 2, this one needs 4, so I need 6 more bulletproof glass. And it will be good to go. Actually, I'm going to pause it, go collect that stuff, and I'll be back in a minute. Alrighty, so we are completed. This is up and running. The arc furnace is connected, the assembler is connected, everything's connected. It's a good day. The other thing that I realized is that the arc furnace can handle cobalt. So, we are going to drag all this and drop it in the arc furnace. And this is going to come back to me so that it will go faster. Because I'm not 100% positive, but I'm pretty sure that's faster. So that's pretty awesome. So now we have an arc furnace set up, a assembler set up that's not part of the Mark II. And you know what? This is out of force of habit. I was going to take it to the ship, but I need to take it to the station container and drop it in there, so that our storage unit is actually starting to, you know, store things. Now, the part that I'm not sure how I want to handle is emptying the Mark II. That's the part that I'm not sure how I want to do this. Now, I'm going to leave the assembler and the refinery on board here. Actually, you know what? Since we are now functioning up and running on the station, let's take this offline. That's a chunk of something. I thought it was a stone. But I'm not going to leave this, which, you know, it has 1 steel plate because it's so resource heavy. Anyways, you know what I mean. I didn't want to leave that, or like build that that's kind of a done-did project now. So, I don't really think I need the collector there with the connector over here. I like these better, and since everything that I have for ores and whatnots have connectors, there's not too much of a reason to have this here. So the question remains is, how do we connect this to that? I don't think this ship is small enough to turn it sideways and stick it over here and connect it. So I'm gonna have to come up with, whoop, oh, okay. My keyboard is stuck. That's very odd. Anyways, oh yeah, I don't know if I showed this or not, but I took this connector off of here since you can connect to the station now through that one, so it's kind of a same thing. And it looks like the space worm is almost charged, or is that fully charged? I think there's 4 glowing sections. I don't know. I do, however, think that this one, with its port right here, may be able to get in there. And can I access? No, the ship has to be on. Okay, that's my only thing. Is I'm wondering if I can take all the stuff from these crates, connect it to the station and empty the crates on this one, because it has basically 2 big ones, and the rest of them, well, no, 2 full ones, I should say. The rest of them are, you know, whatever was in them by default. So I'm wondering, I'll probably, well, I don't even know if I'll have to back it out. I don't know. But I'm wondering if I can connect the Bumble to the Mark II here, and basically put all of this in that one, and then take that one and connect it over there. I don't know. The other option, and kind of the Occam's razor simplest, most obvious solution, is to find out how much volume is actually stored. So this has a total of 70,000. The welding ship that I have, that's yet to be named, it can hold 50, I think. Holds like 50,000. And this one has 200. So it would take 4 trips to empty this. It would take a little over 1 trip, so like 2, you know, 2 total. One would just not be full, to transfer this one. And then the assembler only has like 500, so that I could take in 1 trip. And that's what like, this is another large container, but it's only got a few things in it, so that I can do manually. This one has 10,000 and 3,000, so that I could do in a trip. So yeah, it would take about 4 or 5 trips, maybe 6, to get everything, which at first it's like, oh, that sounds terrible, but as I'm thinking about it, I really don't think it'll be that bad, because it's going from there to there, and it's a lot easier than trying to get the Bumble over here connected up and then try and fly it in here and not damage anything. And yeah, I'm thinking I'll probably just end up using the little welding ship over here, since it's so maneuverable and light. Oh, you know what the other option is I know that it technically is using a small container, but what does the space worm have? The only thing I'd be concerned about here is the connection port. I don't know if it would... I don't know how that would work. 46 and 46. Oh, so that's about 150, give or take. I could actually use this one, provided that everything will fit in this container. That's the only thing, is I'm using this connection one, and the azimuth has it as a small connector. So I don't know if any of you know the answer to this. Do tell me. Do let me know, because I don't offhand. Is if the connection ports still apply to the tubes, the restrictions, because with the tubes, if you like with the I'm trying to think of a good example. Like with the welding ship over here, it's got a big connection port on the back with a connector for large connections, but then it's also got a little small one. And if you were to access this with a tube, a conveyor tube, you can only put certain size objects through that because it won't fit through the tube. And you have to use the bigger port if you want any and all objects. So that's the only thing is, technically, although it holds a lot, these containers, I believe, are Azimuth small containers. So let me know if you guys have worked with Azimuth mod enough and with this connection mod type thing. Let me know if you think if I link two connectors up, will it be able to take any size object? Or does it have to be a larger connector like what I've got on the welder? That's kind of my question of the day, I guess. So I think we're going to end the episode here on that note. Super stoked that we actually have a production system set up and ready. And it's part of a station and it's not using uranium and all that. So, yeah. I guess we'll end the episode here on that happy note. In the meantime, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and I'll see you all next time. Peace.